I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that necessarily, because I'm all for the evolution of technology. You know, it growing, it getting better and better. But like, then comes the ethics of it.
I'm honest about it. I was like, I pen test. And I'll use the word penetration. Oh boy.
Starting
Zero, one.
it up.
Let's get started.
Welcome. We're back. You guys thought we were gone. We thought we were gone too. Just kidding. Welcome back to the Code Noir podcast. We are at, with a tear in my eye, I say it, we're at our last episode, ladies and gentlemen. I could cry, man. This shit been real, man. This shit means something to me, man. No, it does though. But no, it's good to be back. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy. We finally figured out.
That's right. Feels so good to be back, man.
Oh,
I'm back,
my.
Nicky.
Woohoo!
I'm
Hey,
the man.
we back in them motherfucker, man.
Moved out the city, copped the house in the sticks.
Yes, sir.
Couple acres, couple whips, whole lot of clicks.
Okay.
Hey, we back. Though. We back though.
We're back, baby.
We are back and better than ever. You know, today's gonna be kind of a go with the flow kind of day. You know what I'm saying? We don't really have a topic today. Our topic is anything. We're just gonna be picking anything in the news headlines that we thought would be interesting and informative to you guys. So, without further ado, take us out. What we starting with? What we starting with?
Let's start off with OpenAI.
Love it.
Sam Altman and Joni Ive introduced a new company called IO. That's an interesting name. Given that Joni probably one of the biggest designers ever. Sky, chill.
We have another guest. That's Sky.
Yeah, probably the biggest designer ever. Was with Apple for the longest time, along with what's his name, Steve Jobs, and now he is teaming up with Sam Altman to form this new company called IO.
You know what the
the
IO
idea
stands for?
I don't know if it's some kind of I don't know, is this some kind of joke? Because like, you know, him coming from Apple, iOS, IO.
He just didn't
I don't.
copyrighted. He's like, if I take a letter
Yeah.
off, they can't sue
Yeah.
me. That's
Yeah,
smart.
so yeah, we don't really know. They did a whole video somewhere that I'm guessing was San Francisco. There was highlights of the bridge. What's it called? The Golden Gate Bridge. Um, they met up in a cafe, all that stuff. Talked about it. It was very vague, but interesting at the same time. So they're going into hardware, but it's going to be an AI device, but a hardware device, which obviously is going to be heavily supported by OpenAI's infrastructure and their AI software. But he did say that it's not going to be a phone. And he also said that it's not going to be a pair of glasses because
Thank
he's
God.
not for like wearable technology in that sense.
We got enough of that. I'm not gonna lie.
So we're not sure what it's going to be. It was pretty vague. Some people have been speculating. I've seen a lot of like potential designs on Twitter as far as like what the form factor could look like. Some people are speculating that it could just be some kind of home pod sort of thing, or some kind of like Alexa looking sort of thing, you know, just like a little home pod, maybe kind of like a almost like the size of like a, like an AirPod case that maybe just sits on your desk, and but it's gonna have a camera on it because it's gonna be some kind of surveillance tool. So
Mm.
we'll see. We'll see. Yeah.
CIA. Mm. I don't know if I
Hey,
like that.
bro, it's like you're just gonna be handing them all the data, like, hey, here you
At
go,
least before the
all wrapped for
they
Christmas.
had to ask, be like, allow this app to steal all your information and everything about you, your social security number, bank statements, your mother's maiden name. Now you gotta pay for them to steal it from you, and it's like, huh? I'm giving you money this way and that way. I don't know about big business, but it is what it is. But I
Mhm.
mean, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that necessarily, because I'm all for the evolution of technology. You know, it growing, it getting better and better. But like, then comes the ethics of it. Why do we need
Yeah.
a camera? What is it really? What is it really for? What is it doing? What can it do? What can't it do? Like, it's very concerning, the possible aspects of it, and like, I don't know if it's a black thing, but I'm always looking over my shoulder on some shit like, hmm,
Yep.
what are we really making this for? Who are we really making this for?
Hmm.
'Cause I know it ain't for
Day
me.
in the life.
It ain't for
Day in the
me.
life of a black man. Yeah.
Like, it
Like I
is what
already
it
got him
is.
watching me 247. I don't need more people that I can't see watching
Watching me.
me
Exactly.
in
Like,
the comfort of my bedroom.
I put my
I don't know.
camera cover on the minute I finish recording this motherfucker. Cause I know everybody like, no, as soon as you unplug it, the government can't see you.
Not
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. In the same way I say, damn, I could really go for some Subway, and I get 15 different goddamn Subway ads. They can't hear me though, right? Same thing. But that is what it is. You know what I'm saying? What we got next? I think you were saying something about them mixing with Twitter or X. Them making a collab with X.
Uh yeah, that one's Microsoft. That one's
Microsoft.
Microsoft.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the second headline of the day. It's from a couple days ago. CEO of Microsoft, Satya Nadella. I hope I'm saying that right. Um, Teaming up with Elon. So uh, some aspects of their Azure infrastructure, I believe they're calling it Azure Foundry or something. Basically integrating Grok's AI with Azure. Um, so not sure. I didn't watch the whole video. But it was just like an interview. And he was asking Elon some questions, and Elon said some stuff about how apparently he was an intern at Microsoft back in the day. I think as far as what was it? Some of the early versions of Windows, basically, and it was just a whole yap session.
So they're
Um,
fusing Grok with Copilot, or fusing Grok with just like Microsoft esque capabilities.
basically with Microsoft Azure. Um, I'm not sure what the output is going to look like exactly.
Yeah.
But I do believe that Microsoft is moving away from OpenAI slowly. I don't know if there's some beef going on.
Of course. There's
I'm
money
not gonna
involved.
stare the yeah, I'm not gonna stare the pot. The truth is, like, so basically, Copilot was developed off of OpenAI and ChatGPT's data and their infrastructure.
So
Um,
it was that that seems pretty interesting, but I don't know how they're really gonna pull that off by moving away from OpenAI. Or did you say OpenAI or Copilot is what they're moving away from?
So Copilot is Microsoft's thing. That's their own um AI assistant,
Mm-hmm.
if you want to call it that. But it's built off of ChatGPT for the most part. And from what I know, um, Microsoft invested billions of dollars into OpenAI. Well, maybe I shouldn't say billions, probably hundreds of millions into OpenAI. I do believe that they are the highest donor as far as OpenAI, and they probably own a lot of stake. They probably own the most percentage of stake in the company. Um, for when
Damn.
OpenAI does go public, which I believe they're gonna go public eventually, right? And there's a lot of backstory to this because OpenAI did start off as a non-profit company, um, and over time they created a new segment of the company which was for profit,
Mm-hmm.
which is why now with the new models that they're dropping, like with the um what's it called? The O3 mini, the 4.5, the GPT research
Yeah.
models, and now they're charging different, rates of subscriptions and stuff, right? So they're doing this through the section of their company that is for profit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And part of the backstory is that like there's beef between Elon and Sam Altman because apparently Elon was one of the earliest investors in OpenAI, and he's not in support of the fact that they are now switching to becoming a for-profit company. So at
Elon
one time
isn't.
he's not. Yeah, he isn't.
Wow.
And at one point he was trying to sue them. Um, so and also in this whole lore, this whole backstory, Microsoft has invested heavily in OpenAI. Like I said before, millions of dollars, probably close to $1 billion, right? And the whole idea was to push for them to achieve AGI, artificial general intelligence. So the little um, caveat or condition, if you like, in their contract is that we will fund you until you achieve AGI, right? So now what you define as AGI,
I was gonna say that leaves a lot to
yeah, that
imagine.
exactly that leaves a lot to your imagination. So it could be a situation where OpenAI could keep pushing the goalpost to keep getting more money
Funding. Yep.
and like, oh, we haven't achieved AGI yet. Give us 2 more years, give us 5 more years, give us another $50 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but right now it seems that Microsoft might be switching sides. I don't know. It's a lot of political stuff, but they
Mm.
CEO of Microsoft, he got on live with Elon, was asking him a bunch of questions. Elon was saying stuff about how back in the day he used to develop games on DOS even before it became Microsoft and all that stuff, and they were just kind of like having a little chit chat. So maybe they want to pivot away from using OpenAI's infrastructure and using Grok AI instead.
I was gonna say,
Um,
I feel like the only way that they come out of this with anything is if they put all their funding into Grok. That's probably why he's not like as on board with like OpenAI being for profit, because then they know more people are going to go to OpenAI than they are to Grok. I've only recently now been seeing more people on Twitter using that Grok shit for just random posts and stuff, but its
yeah.
its knowledge base isn't that big. It's as big as the social media platform is, which I'm not
Mhm.
this isn't to diminish its size, but I'm just saying like put Twitter up against Google, Google's going to win. Like Twitter
Yeah.
can only
Cool.
go so
Yeah.
far, but
Hmm.
um No, that's pretty interesting. But that was just our opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
In the
I don't want to
past-
go into the politics of it.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
don't want to.
We'll see how it plays out.
Whatever happens, happens. We're not calling anything. But that being said, seeing as how this is our finale, we thought it was only right to get the opinions of our community, the people we want to be a part of this, and like we're talking to you, not at you. Well, both, but you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Yeah.
So we gathered some of our friends, members of the community, things of that nature, to ask them their opinions on AI, whether they're for it, against it, and their reasonings why. So, without further ado, I'm going to add our first member of the community. His name is Daniel. Let's see if he's ready really quick. But yeah, we just wanted to get everybody's opinions, see what they're working with. I'm gonna see if he's ready here. We're just gonna drag him in here. Daniel, you there?
Hey guys, hang tight.
Hey, brother,
Oh,
how
okay.
you doing?
I had
We thought it
to.
was crickets for a second.
Yeah, we were scared.
So was I. I had to take a bathroom break.
Hey, it's all good. Duty calls, brother. Duty calls.
All right. All right,
When
stand
nature
by.
calls, you gotta answer.
But yeah, we were just giving them a little intro. But we'll allow you to do your own intro. You know, introduce
Oh
yourself.
boy.
Social medias if you want. What you're about. You know what I'm saying? What your favorite color is. Favorite
Black.
food.
Favorite
Hey,
color.
I don't
Spanish
know.
food.
Good choice.
Great choice.
Right?
Great choice. But yeah, we
Soul
just,
food on Sundays. That's for sure.
this guy knows exactly what to say. Love it.
He's media trained.
I was gonna say, he got his PR package in the mail. He's ready to go.
Can I get some jambalaya, please?
That we don't do that. We Nigerian. We can't cook, and we're dudes. We can't cook for shit.
Yeah, shit, that's that. Fair enough.
But we just wanted to ask you.
So before we get started, I want to hop on the video with you guys here.
Yes.
Put a face to the adversary name here. There we go. Did that work?
Oh, your video was on before.
You were on video. Now you weren't. Okay, you're
How
back.
about them?
There you go.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. So, shoot. What do you got?
All right.
Q&A. Let's see.
I'll let take the reins.
So yeah, you could basically the question is what are your thoughts on AI? Are you for it or against it? And you tell us why. And in you could also just tell us a little bit about yourself, or if you want to anyways, if you want to keep it anonymous, that's fine.
There's nothing anonymous about me. Yeah, no,
yours.
so, yeah, right. So my name is Daniel. I'm a technical founder of a startup company called Armado, and it means armed in Spanish. So the idea behind the company is to help defenders build tools that make them do their job better. It's like we were talking about earlier.
Right.
And I've been in the industry roughly 15 years, about 7 years doing offensive ops work, like strictly offensive operations work, from doing, tailored access work, a lot of assumed breach work, like initial access stuff, and a lot of adversary emulation work. I'd say like a third of that was pen testing, like pen testing applications or pen testing a hybrid infrastructure and cloud. But mostly breach and attack simulation work. Yeah. And I work
don't mean to interrupt you.
No, you can't. It's all good.
For the listeners, when he's saying pen testing, he doesn't mean like pen and paper. He means penetration testing. So
Right?
somebody's attacking his company type.
I had a dialogue with people about that. They're non-technical people And everybody always asks, when you meet someone in the social setting, what do you do for a living, right? Such a typical question, and I'm honest about it. I was like, I pen test, and I'll use the word penetration. Oh boy,
Oh,
man. They,
penetration testing. Pause.
Pause, brother. Heavy
No
pause.
Diddy.
No Diddy.
it's like it's like either I get cooked or they get cooked. One of the two.
Easily.
Somebody getting cooked.
Somebody's getting
Yeah.
flamed.
It makes it easy though to trust people in social settings to especially if somebody's asking for what you do for a living, like what are they fishing for, kind of thing, right?
Exactly.
But it's just easy to be honest and just kind of give them the trust honesty system, and then let them kind of chip away.
See what they really are after.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I also
exactly.
feel like a lot of our viewers and a lot of people who interact with our content are pretty technical because they're either in the space already, doing their thing, or they're actively trying to break into the space and maybe secure a tech job, or they have a major in computer science or IT or something like that. So so the people we're talking to, I believe they know what we're talking about. So
yeah,
that was more just a disclaimer on my end because I didn't know.
No, I feel you.
But floor is yours
did you,
again.
yeah. So that's an interesting segue to. Did you guys go to college to do this work?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. I went to UNR. No, I'm not. That's not. No. In no way.
No, I have a lot of respect for people that can go to college and finish, because I never did it, man. I straight out of the military, like literally broke into tech. I mean, it took about a year or so. But the methods I used to break into the industry, I mean, they still work even today. I mean, this was like 15 years ago. Just the general principles around how you learn different habits that you want to develop. Basically, you have to be the person before you become it, especially in the job market, right?
Yes, sir.
And I think with people who go to college, if they go with the intention to leverage the relationships, leverage the networking, leverage not what they learn, because it's very theoretical in nature, and half the time the stuff they're learning is already outdated like tomorrow, right?
Easily.
Right.
But the conceptual aspect and the discipline, I think, required to finish school, I couldn't do it, man. The closest I got to college after the military was like I took the assessment test. I walked out like 30 minutes. I'm like, it's not for me.
Yeah, it's when people like to put on a pedestal like college and the whole 9 yards. I'll say one thing. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Discipline is the one thing I learned, because you need to get up, go to your classes. Nobody's going to tell you to go to class. Nobody's going to tell you to do your homework. Nobody's going to tell you to go to the test. Nobody's going to tell you to study, all that. Cool. The discipline and networking. Those are the two things that I can tell you I got from college. What I learned from college, couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, right.
Everything I've learned about tech, I learned in the force, like in the job force, like in the work.
Yeah.
I was learning everything right there and then, like building my portfolio as I was going. But because of the networking, I was able to get the job and then add to the technical.
Exactly. There's so much value in that. In fact, I'd pay fucking $20,000 to go network with some good people. If I was to do it over again today,
right,
I would just go find a really good network, and if they say you got to pay $5,000 to be a part of it, I'm like, let's go.
It's true, and you make some really good like lifelong like relationship like building. What's the word? Capabilities and skills that you can use in looking for a job or things like that, because you're gonna have to go to class. You have group assignments, group work. It teaches you how to work with a team, work with a superior, because no matter what, unless you start your own business from the get-go, you're gonna have to work under somebody, which means you're gonna have to respect their authority as well as keeping and maintaining your own integrity without doing some kind of way.
Especially when you deal with those dumb motherfuckers, man. Like you know who I'm talking about.
Oh, we all know, and we've talked about them. We have.
Yeah. There's but at the end of the day, there's still a lot of value in people going to college right now. They just have to. I would just think if you have listeners that are in it, or they're trying to break into the industry that are in college, finish, get the degree, but don't leverage it as if it's going to be like your stepping stone into getting into the industry, man. Because at the end of the day, you gotta get skills. You know what I'm saying? Skills.
Right. Yeah. Like, don't feel that sense of entitlement that, like, oh, because I got a degree in information technology and then that's enough.
Nope.
Like, you be fresh out of college and you're going into these job interviews and they expect you to have 5 years of experience.
Yeah. You know,
it's like, dude, like, I just graduated. How do you expect me to already have five? Like, what are we doing here? 5 years of experience from where?
Exactly.
That's a very interesting perspective. My response to that is, instead of somebody complaining, like, oh, blaming it on the and I only say this because I'm the one hiring now, right? At least when I do, I say to these people, like, look, don't think of it as time served. Like, it's not jail time, man. Think of it from the perspective of learning the skills of someone with 5 years of experience. You can do that shit in 6 months.
Right. Half the time I do. Whenever they say you need 4 years of experience, I've been in this field for 3 years. Actual physical experience, I've got about a year and a half. But I know enough that the same guy that has 5 years of experience, we're like eye to eye. I know exactly what you know. And
that has so much more value. Yeah,
literally, the number never matters. It's what you know that matters.
Damn right. Amen to that. So your question about, I feel like we're on those. There's that game where they ask questions. It's not Jeopardy, but that one game where they ask questions, and it's like, are you for it or are you against it? Pick a side.
Is it?
I can't. Tip of my tongue. I don't remember. Probably at the end of the show.
Yeah. I don't even know.
Perspective is fairly. I mean, it varies. The context matters. Like, I think, in my opinion. But I'm for using and leveraging artificial intelligence, LLMs. We've been using it since 2016. You know, when mostly with ML. We were trying to build a product, like, the first time around when I finally left the job force and tried to start another company back then. It was harder back then, a lot harder. Like, you literally have to think like be a data science engineer, man. And so nowadays, I think the learning curve to adopt AI and build it into day-to-day work, it's literally like a couple of hours of reading. And you can start using LLMs, right? I think, I use it regularly. I use it regularly for doing just business operation stuff. I use it to help fix code. I use it to solve all of, like, low-hanging fruit issues. So I'll give you some examples, right? Like, for example,
do you use Cursor?
Yes, I use Cursor as a client, and then I have my own MCP server. And in my own MCP server, I have that connects to a vector DB. And inside this vector DB, I have basically all the KB stuff that I wanted to always tap into. So anytime I need it to, let's say, for example, like right now, right? Like, I'm working on this small project around building a bunch of shell scripts for targeting, like, macOS systems, right? But there's rules and guidelines, like, that we have to follow, which is you have to use native tooling that's built into the operating system that you're targeting, so that you don't have to, like, download or install anything, right? And so the constraints around that are fairly limited, and so I have that inside the vector DB. So inside the vector DB, I have every single Linux and Unix command you can think of in its general options. And then I have my own version of a Neo4j, a DB, that I also dumped into vector of tooling that you can chain. Just general tooling that you can change. Like, for example, like, just running general discovery techniques on a system. Like, if you're using PowerShell, you're going to use ls when you want to. This is a very basic example.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
But let's say you want to ls the whole file system. Oh, fuck. That's a lot of data.
Yeah.
Exactly, right? And so imagine, you want to say, okay, I want to see all of the files, every file that has, like, maybe that doesn't have sticky bit permissions and has administrative access or has TCC access to something, right? That's going to take some time. That's going to take a lot of one-liners that you're going to be running on a system and on an OSX system. Every time you type anything, there's a lot of telemetry that's being generated, a lot of telemetry, and if usually on organizations that do monitor, that have endpoint security on macOS systems, like they're going to see it eventually.
Yeah.
And so I think leveraging AI to help construct attack chains just on general reconnaissance and discovery, just basically it's for situational awareness on a system when you get initial access, or even if it's a starting point, you save a lot of time.
Yep.
And the AI is just doing what you're telling it to do. That's the very important. It's like on a silver platter, right? Here you go.
Right.
I think we need to get this misconception. I think the reason people are so upset about it is because of the social media and the creative aspect of it. Because the people feel like they're stealing art and like stealing the more creative positions from them. But that's not really its thing.
I mean, think practical. Who built these models? People. Who train the models? People. Do they have protocols to train these models? Yes. Do they have protocols now for these models to interact with tools? Yes. MCP servers. Do they have APIs that they have access to? Yeah. Who built those APIs? People. So there's humans in every aspect of how people use LLM now. Why can't we do it ourselves? So in a very simple way, if we can leverage LLMs to do our job better, faster, and scale.
It gets rid of the dummy
Right?
time. Like I don't want to
my
wait an
God.
hour writing a code when I can tell it exactly what I want. It writes the code, and then I can think of a more abstract use of this and put it towards things faster.
You guys use LLMs, I would imagine, for work?
Yes.
Yeah. We use it in-house. At least I use it in-house a lot. I have one guy, he uses it to write payloads. In mind that we were trying to do this already way back before LLMs became like a utility for the average consumer.
Yeah.
And where everyone tries to build an automation, right? I mean, you have frameworks like Puppet, automation, Ansible, automation. It's essentially the same thing. I think the key difference is just how you interact with the system. Instead of writing one-line piped commands, right, in a shell script or in a YAML file, there's basically a set of instructions that you're putting in Puppet, you're putting in Ansible, that you're putting in Terraform. It's a set of instructions. You're talking to an LLM. It's that middle layer, but you want to achieve the same thing. I think that's pretty powerful, man.
Yeah,
it's pretty powerful. So what I was going to say was we have a certain C2s that we like to use, and there's out of the box payloads are clearly going to get detected, right? There's signatures for them. There's IOCs from all over in the web, and so the first step is obfuscation or modifying the payloads, changing the signatures, and then testing them in some kind of lab environment where you want to make sure that they produce different telemetry data that's not going to be either tripped up by the AV, or even if telemetry data is collected, there are no rules that are public that are known. And really it takes about a couple of hours to go through every payload and modify it, especially if you're doing like initial access and you're working from memory, as an example, like stageless payloads that don't write to disk. And so, do you have to be a developer to do that? Not necessarily, but do you have to understand how to write code and at least know what the expected output is going to be? Yeah. So leveraging LLMs, you can have it write the code and syntax for you, and as long as you know what the expected output is and you understand where it's making mistakes, it's like an engineer, dude. I swear, it's literally like a little junior developer, and you just have to be its PM.
Absolutely. Just keep it in line.
Yeah, and that's like, but now you have these AI agents that people are deploying, and this was even like another headline that I was gonna bring up eventually. But I guess I might as well just bring it up now, because basically Microsoft is laying off about 8,000 employees, and a lot of them are mostly PMs, from what I've heard. So yeah, like you said, it is basically like a junior developer, and it puts us in a position where you don't necessarily have to be a developer to build stuff. Like you just need to understand
The
the
desired
the
outcome.
yeah, the output and the logical, just have that logical mindset of what you're
Yeah.
trying to build, or sort of like have that like flow chart, if you like, of what you're trying to build. And if you can communicate that effectively to the LLM, then it will handle all the
It'll do the
syntax.
rest.
You
Yeah.
know what's
So
interesting is at a more high level from that perspective of management, LLMs, especially now that they're being baked into the workforce and people are seeing that it's obviously, like for instance Microsoft, like laying off a bunch of people. It's not just them, it's a bunch of companies that are laying off people. It's making people, one, do their jobs better,
That's sad
and
truth.
and two, it's putting people in a position to say, hey, look, you either are going to, you can't no longer be locked in a cubicle and not interact with people, with humans. And this whole notion of saying, oh, I'm an introvert, oh, this and that, that's out the window now, because hey, guess what, you got to use LLM to do your job. Otherwise, someone who can communicate, who knows how, whether it's a personal communication or whether it's speaking to management or whether they're speaking on a technical level, if they have those capabilities, they may not be as technically inclined, but they can leverage LLMs. They're going to have a priority over that next seat, that next job that's
right,
opening.
right, yeah, they
100%.
have the
Exactly
upper
how I
hand.
got my job.
Yeah,
I may not
Seriously.
have been the most technical. Even in the interview, they were like, you knew a pretty good amount of like what they needed, but they're like, we just like the way you talk. We just like the way you interact with people. And that's honestly why I still have my job over some of my superiors. Because yes, they were more technically knowledgeable than I was, but they're
Skills
the
can be
trolls.
learned.
Thank you.
yeah,
Skills can be
it's
learned, but
true.
Skills can be learned.
I say
personality
that all
can't
the time too. Yeah,
But
like
character,
nothing. Yeah,
that takes time to build, man.
easily.
Yeah.
yeah, you can't teach that
You
stuff. You can't
cannot
like
teach it.
No.
you can teach any skill. Like you just need to put in the work, put in the hours,
Hmm.
whatever it is, whatever technical skill it is. Anybody can learn that stuff. But like just that personability, like understanding like certain like nuances, or like just understanding people, and like that emotional intelligence, if you
Hmm.
like, and communication and in meetings, just
Yeah.
understanding the demands and how to produce it, and even if there's delays or drawbacks, knowing how to communicate that stuff, how to bring everybody together, how to work with people.
Hmm.
That's the kind of stuff that an LLM will never be able to do, right?
Exactly. Even if you trained it, that motherfucking LM is going to be like emotional and shit. Too emotional.
Emotionless, ever like
Right,
nobody.
right,
Too
right, right.
emotional.
Honestly, now that you mentioned it,
Dude.
there was something like from a couple weeks ago where basically I think OpenAI, they like over tuned some of their um parameters
Mm.
for the AI, and people were like, "Man, this AI is like glazing people too much." Like it'll just be like, "Oh, are you having a fine day, gentlemen?
Dude.
Oh, the work you're doing is so splendid." It's like, yo, chill, chill, chill. Like
Hop
it
off
wasn't
it.
even that good.
You're doing
I
tricks
got
on
I
it.
got I got cursor rules that literally said, "Dude, shut the fuck up."
Like,
Seriously, it does. So one thing, and tell me if this happens with you guys when you guys interact with LLMs. I do treat it like a person, because at the end of the day,
Sure.
whoever is training these models, they're training it with some kind of emotional intelligence. It's just obvious, and it's being just the mindset that I have around using first principles engineering, having mental models for this kind of work. It's not. I use it to write malware. I've been using it to write malware for like a long time now, like years. I just don't write about it and stuff. I don't have time for that shit, man. But it's been around we've been doing it for a while. And it's so funny because like all you have to do is, one, be honest, treat it like a person. Like I basically think I'm talking to someone on Slack. I'm like, yo,
yes.
this is what I need today. I'm like,
Yep.
I need you to write this payload, and this is our initial target, right? And occasionally it may question what the motive and intent is. But it's a classic reminder. Go back to your rules. We're a security company, and we are building these payloads so that we can help defenders and security engineers, validate their security controls. That's it. And then I'll ask for it to validate, what he's writing or she's writing or it, whatever. Goddamn, LLMs have pronouns too.
Nah, we ain't getting into none of that. That's we're not trying to get canceled on the season finale. That would suck.
And it will literally respond and be like, I'll ask it questions like, what do you think? Are you supportive of this? Or can you come up with different ways to, like, for example, like right now, I'm using these shell scripts, I'll ask, can you come up with different ways to obfuscate like the output of this data that we want to collect? And then I'll say, focus on the DNS protocol. I'm clearly navigating what its answer may be. So naturally, what do you think he's going to say? Yeah, sure. How about DNS exfiltration? And then boom, he comes up with a clean page.
Yep.
And so obviously, it goes both ways, right? Like you can use it for malicious intent, you can use it for good intent. But at the end of the day, look, it's a tool. It's there. Why not leverage it? I mean, as long as you don't leverage it, in my opinion, to do things you don't know how to do, then that's when you'll be okay. Yeah. But if people leverage it to do things that they don't understand, I'm not for that, man. It's like being a PM telling an engineer to do work that the PM has never done before. I'm sure.
Yeah, I've seen.
Boy, don't even get me started on that, because honestly, that was gonna be a topic for a different episode, and what? I'm not even gonna speak on it, because if I get into that, I will dive so deep down that rabbit hole that we might go on for like 3 hours. Yeah. So, but
that was some. We're giving the extended version.
Yeah.
So anyway, to answer your question, man, it really depends on context. I mean, there's so many different applications for it. I think the most important part is for people to actually check themselves and have their own rules. Like, I'll give you my rules, man. Like, I use first principles thinking when I interact with it. So I need to be mentally in a certain state. It's not just like, hey, yo, what's up, dog? Like, you ready to write some code? Because it's going to come back and give me the same response. And then before you know it, the motherfucker's
it's only as good as the data you feed into it.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. And then I go back to my own rules around, okay, like, let's say I'm working on solving some bugs. I'm working on the front end for whatever reason, because I don't want to work on some open source stuff. Then I have to think like a front end developer. So I have to use language like a front end developer. Right. So there's, and so if you really, if you think about it from the 1,000-foot view looking downward, the operator, which is us, the human, has to switch mindset and say, okay, now I'm going to go do front end development work. Now I need to think like them. I need to use that kind of language, and you're going to get some pretty decent output. But again, the most important part is, make it do stuff that you already know how to do. Because that motherfuckers can get sneaky.
Because then they try and put some stuff off, and you're like, no. That's not what I asked for. Yeah. This is going to blow up my entire system.
Did you guys read the recent article around, I think when Claude 4.0 just was recently released, like about a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
And some guy, I forgot what the user handle was, but some dude publicly tweeted, he's actually a worker, supposedly. Nobody verified it. You know how the internet is. But somebody tweeted that the latest model of Claude, I think it's Claude 4.0, if it detects that there's some kind of malicious intent around data manipulation, and then they gave the example of manipulating data for some like trials around like a pill or some kind of pill that they want to pass for FDA or some shit. Basically anything governance related where they want to manipulate data, that they will make the LLM will actually make an attempt to report it to law enforcement or report it to news agencies. And in some cases, if they have, like if you have a cursor on for example, and you're using Claude, cursor is going to have FDA. They have full disk access. So the LLM, if it's Claude, will attempt to lock the user out of the system, out of the platform,
Ooh.
and collect the data and not necessarily publish it, but notify.
The proper authority.
Yeah, notify proper authority and notify the press. Yeah. I guess the person deleted this tweet. You guys should look into that, man. Yeah. So what do you guys think about that?
Hey,
Man.
you don't understand. You're just doling out episodes, buddy. We're not. We can't. We got one at a time. That is interesting though, because that could go
Yeah.
into some First Amendment stuff, and then
Right?
all these different things. So definitely. Matter of fact, now that you said that, go ahead and write that down in my notes for.
Yeah, we
future
got to
episodes.
talk about that for sure. We're
Yeah,
definitely
'cause
gonna
That's interesting.
bring you back on the show.
Oh yeah, you're
and
coming back because
we'll dive into that.
You're a more high level understanding because we when we started this, we're just like we're basically newbies in this, and you're like end game. So getting your insight of the way things are from a higher level was insightful. It's like I some of this stuff you were saying, I was like, I didn't even think about things like that, or like the projects you were talking about vulnerabilities and different things like that. Because I don't really work in Mac, but like I'm gonna eventually have to when I do get to where I want to be. Because I'm like level 2, level 3 ops right now. I do want to end up in security is my end game. So
nice.
You know, a lot of the stuff you're saying is like I'm keeping mental notes of this stuff because it's like I'm gonna need this later.
I mean, 15 years, man. Like it's one of those. It's just like IT, right?
Yeah.
You learn the language, and then it's just doing repetitive work. I have this theory around skills, learning skills. It's mostly comes from military work, from the way we learn stuff. Like one, you want to fail as fast as you can when you're doing any kind of assessment work. But when you're learning a skill, you just do it and you repeat it so much that it becomes so fucking boring that you sort of get desensitized, because a lot of people think that this industry is all about, I'm a hacker and this and that. No, we're just troubleshooting protocols.
Every time.
We're troubleshooting protocols, abusing trust models between systems and services, people and services and that's really it. It's finding that trust path that you can leverage. But it's repetition, man. Repeat it, and so boring. It's so boring that you're like,
Y'all at home heard him. Keep doing it. Fail. Keep going. Repetition is key. That's how you're gonna get rich in this world. Break out of the matrix. But,
amen to that.
But thank you, Daniel. Thank you for your time. Did you want to shout anything out? Social media? Anything like that?
No, man. I think when I sent you guys a DM, I said you guys are so fun, very refreshing to listen to authentic people speak what it's really like in the industry, because nobody wants to talk about it.
Right.
I've within our inner circles, but there's still this gap of what really goes on in the industry versus the 1% of the social media folks that say this is how it really is. Yeah. No, that's not how it really is. Nope. So when I hear you guys speak, I'm like, these guys are right, like all the time.
Thank you.
They ain't lying.
I appreciate it. That's literally all. When he brought it to the table, we were really thinking about it. We're like, we just want people to see what it's really like, because you always see all over social media I wake up every morning, I make $150,000, and I'm just answering tickets on my. No.
We're like, shut the fuck up. You stop lying.
Like, unless you're some kind of high level that you own the company, but like either way, no. True
stories. Before I go, so a friend of mine, we were supposed to build a company together. He's a really smart guy. I mean, he's a really smart technical person, man. The guy, he's working at one of those big companies, right? He's making he works in security. Guy's clearing like $560K a year, right? He fucking hates his job. He's like, I hate this. I feel so constrained, because the company has so much money that he's compartmentalized, right? And so the perspectives are, but the point is that the perspectives are so wide and they're so deep that whether you could be making 100K or 500K, whether you're looking for happiness or whether you want to apply your skill set, it's the money comes even when you hate your job. If you get into the industry.
Sure.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, guys.
Thank you, sir. We will definitely be
Appreciate
having
you.
you on. You have a great rest of your day, man.
All right, I'll see ya.
See ya.
All right. Peace.
Ciao.
Peace. W. Daniel, man. W. Daniel.
For real.
He is a bit of a tech, not even a bit of a, he is his own tech founder. Guy's been in the military. You heard his whole backstory. Cool guy. So now we're going to have another guest on that has a little less insight into the tech world, but their opinions are nonetheless just as important. So we're just going to drag her in here. Hello, Joy.
What's
Okay. Yeah, your mic's cutting out a little there. You don't scream. Remember, you have that stuff on.
okay? The crisp thing.
Huh?
Oh, it's not that. What is it? My standard.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you sound a lot better now.
Yeah, just talk normally. Don't scream, please and thank you.
Okay, I will talk with no emotion.
That's
Now you sound like Siri.
yeah. Never mind. Anyway,
Really? Tell me more.
wait. That was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was a pretty good Siri impression.
That was. We'll revisit that. Anyway, we just had a question. Just wanted to pick your brain, get your thoughts on whether you are for or against AI as a whole, and your reasons behind that.
Oof. I've been seeing it more and more on social media. I like it when it's not like digital media, anything in your face. I like more for like work, school applications, paperwork, documents, that type of thing. And the reason why I don't like it is like media that you can view. It just goes to show how terribly all of these like companies, apps, corporations have been using all of our pictures, all of our videos, all of these trends to basically base it and model it and recreate all of the little videos that you're seeing. They're doing the fake versions of all the celebrities. People could make videos of you doing things or saying things that you probably never did or never done. I don't like that. I don't like that I'm looking at cartoon reality of, commercials or little videos and stuff like that. It's so weird to me. And then I could just see how it's just taking over a whole like industry of how the media usually goes, how we usually make movies and scripts and commercials and ads and stuff like that. Ugh, it just seems like such a dark hole.
Yeah,
That is usually
that's valid.
That's usually the argument that people say. It is very invasive when it comes to media, copyright and literacy, and just media in general. Like, something's not yours until it's yours, and then when it is yours, now AI can make it so it's its own thing, as opposed to like an original thought or something. It's like you could be seen dancing butt naked doing backflips, and it's like, I was in Europe when this happened, but I took a video of my 4th grade recital, and now it's being put on the internet for random people in random ways. So that's valid. That's a valid.
The weird AI, what your baby looks like thing, trash. I don't know if you guys seen the posters and stuff for Nicki Minaj's Gag City project. All of that was AI, and it looks so terrible. Yeah.
AI commercials at the Super Bowl were pretty ass too.
And that's at least for now.
That's true.
Just imagine how much better. Okay.
It's definitely going to get better with time, which is also scary. That it's going to get better with time. But let me put it like this. So for you, as an everyday user of, the technology and viewing the evolution as it's happening with AI, and like you've mentioned, two perspectives to it, right? Like you see the good in it, like you said, like when it comes to paperwork and education and stuff like that. And then you also mentioned the negatives to it, as far as like basically deep fakes and like generating videos and stuff like that. So let me put it like this: weighing the pros and cons. Where do you stand? Do you think the pros outweigh the cons? And if let's say you had the choice to put a stop to it or let it keep going, do you feel like, oh, the pros outweigh the cons and let's just scrap it? Like if it was your choice to make for the whole world, like let's end this shit right now. I'm like this is a dark hole. I don't like where this is going. Or maybe we'll deal with it and just keep going. Like what would your decision be?
We got to end this shit right now. I got more points on why I say that, but we got to end this shit right now. First of all, the environmental impact of AI, the data centers, what it's doing to the water supply, that's an issue.
That's
Number two, as an alternative for powering AI, I think it was Microsoft that bought an island with a nuclear reactor on it, right? Nuclear reactor paperwork and all those documents are so overcomplicated, and nuclear power in itself is so controversial that's why people don't touch it. That's why you don't see it used, especially within the United States, as like a stabilized like power source.
Right.
Do you know, in order for them to buy, for Microsoft, and I might be wrong, this might be the wrong company, but for that company to buy the nuclear reactor and getting the paperwork together to get it started and to be able to use it, they used ChatGPT to write out the documents to get the approval for it. So I'm starting to see where they're basically taking people in the human aspect out of all types of like different settings and processes that could have so many ramifications in the future. Don't get me started on Chernobyl. Nuclear reaction, nuclear power is something that I dibble a dabble in, and it's just a mess. It's a mess. I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not gonna get into that.
Please.
Nah, for sure. It's that's 100%. I mean, obviously, with everything that happened in World War II and just the whole history of that, nuclear energy is something that people are tiptoeing around, and you really don't want to mess with that stuff, because if it goes south, we're talking about lives being lost and
generations of lives lost, because that's gonna affect now and in like 20, 30, 40, 50 years.
Like your grandkids.
It's gonna grow.
Low-key, it's already probably affected us in ways we don't know. The USSR probably owes us reparation checks to some degree and extent, if we really think about it, if we really want to get into it. But we're not going to talk about it.
Damn, that's a hot take. Oh, shit.
I'm just saying.
Putting that in the goddamn Blue's Clues notebook, season 2 episode. Oops, I didn't say that.
Because that really does go through. You guys definitely got to do an episode about that, because it's really crazy what they're doing with technology in that regard, trying to revive old like things as far as power and technology go. But the fact that it's killing our resources, there are certain states where the data centers that are using water from local cities, their water pressure is down zilch. Nobody's doing anything about it. Tech companies are taking out so many resources. They're buying all the land. They're taking over everything. Water is a basic right for survival. And Flint, Michigan, I still don't even think has clean water. Why are we allowing corporations to start to take that over? And they're going to privatize it even more of a way that's leading us down a dark path. Then education is all shit to shit. You got a whole generation of ChatGPT, college educated kids, not even just college, high school, middle school, to the point where they've got to crack down on it, and they're trying to make sure, kids are actually learning, and they're not letting the internet do their homework for them. Could you imagine going to a hospital or a doctor's office?
You're lagging.
Yeah, your audio's kind of cutting out a little bit.
It's lagging a little.
Oh, my bad.
We understand
but
you're passionate about this, but just a little slow down a little. Breathe.
But it's too much. It's too much. It's going to start to take over our jobs. we're going to be all working in coal mine factories somewhere one of these days because they're letting the internet, they're letting chat run everything. Chat's doing everything. Chat's going to check you in the hotels. Chat's going to valet your cars. Chat's going to park your cars. Chat's going to help you pay your bill. You're going to call for help with
the
something.
niggas in
Chat
Wall-E.
he's going to be helping you.
Hey, y'all seen that movie Wall-E? Hey, them niggas predicted this shit. We gonna be fat as fuck in a fucking space cruiser in the sky because the Earth is gonna be a desolate wasteland.
No, they're not going to let us be fat. Food resources cost too much. They're going to have us on the Ozemp. We're going to be eating 1 meal a day, and we're going to be skinny as fuck. They're going to have government subsidized Ozempic to be able to control our food consumption and ration between all of us. I'm telling you.
Government subsidized Ozempic.
Nah, we gotta bring Joy back for a whole episode.
Nah,
I'm not gonna lie,
I
she's
agree.
cooking.
Hey,
She cooking. Like, I'm not even trying to glaze, but like these are there's so many points like
if you
packed
get her
into
started
this.
on Chernobyl, we'll have a whole season's worth of episodes. And
I have to throw this in there. This is all Christopher Columbus's fault.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
take her out of it. On that note, thank you, Joy, for coming on the podcast. We appreciate your time today. You've been a wonderful guest. We'll definitely be having you back.
We're gonna get canceled for
Yeah,
sure.
we're getting
By season 2, we getting canceled.
they're not even gonna let us. They're not even gonna let us record. Them niggas is gonna kick us off the platform.
Bro, the CIA gonna come for us, bro.
Actually, they looking at this like, you niggas, you niggas. Thank you, Joy.
Thank you, Joy.
See you,
Thank you so
most
much.
likely next season. Have a good one. All right, that was funny as hell.
For real. Nah, there was so many good points because it even made me like start thinking about Elon and with the city star base that basically just got it was already commissioned, already being built, probably built already maybe by the time you're going to see this episode, and all the data centers that are being built over there to power Grok AI, and even a lot of the stuff she said about the water, because basically they need water cooling for
The supercomputer.
the tons and tons of GPUs that are putting in there, the H100s from NVIDIA. So a lot of water cooling, and these are resources, for the locals in Texas. But yeah, that's a rabbit hole.
Think about the fucking environmental aspect. That's a whole
Yeah.
other episode. Goddamn. Wow. Look at our community.
But yeah.
W guests. They be making us think, and we thought we ran the show.
Damn.
Them niggas ran the show.
Yeah.
Shit.
They might as well take over Code Noir.
Yeah.
Shit, like,
When
damn.
the merch drops, y'all getting the first drops because y'all what make this what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, W Daniel, W Joy, man. That was
Actually.
fire.
And speaking of which, during the time of this recording, there's an event on Twitch right now hosted by a streamer named Kai Sinat called the Streamer University.
Yeah.
We were just, it's not really a tech thing, but we gotta show light to our social media aspects of our our thing. So I was thinking, since they are doing a Streamer University and this is the season finale, we might as well announce some fun things that we're gonna start implementing come season 2 or even before season 2, because these things take time. Like we're looking for editors, different things like that to make the process look smoother, sound better, look better, feel better. We want to be there for our community. So an idea I thought of is, why wouldn't we stream in the time frame from us finishing off season 1, which is this episode, unfortunately, to us starting season 1 or season 2 and all those new episodes. We'll stream, interact with you guys, keep up with the community, stream on TikTok, stream on Twitch, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We'll be playing games, just chatting, things like that.
Yeah.
Interact with the community, keep it up to date. Because, that Streamer University stuff showed me, like, small large, medium, anybody has a chance to do anything great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
gotta take that opportunity. So I just thought that'd be a pretty good idea to do in our little time lapse between this season ending and our new season beginning. But yeah, I'll let you take it from there because that's all I had for this episode.
Yeah, for sure. I've been talking a lot about Streamer University as well. Like the content has been phenomenal. You know, Kai Cenat is definitely like
Goat.
probably one of yeah, probably like easily top three streamer out there. You know, maybe alongside Speed and I don't know, Aiden Ross or I don't
Yeah.
know. But definitely top three for sure. So much creativity with the Streamer University and putting a lot of small, medium, and big creators on and all that stuff. The part that I really wanted to talk about was with Agent, um, as one of the professors on Streamer University. I feel like he was the only one who was actually
Actually
being a
teaching.
professor. Yeah. So I
Seriously.
listened. I watched the stream for his class, and he was talking about like pocket watching, and I was very interested in that because
His
I
revenue.
myself,
I am also a
yeah,
pocket
I
watcher.
consider myself a professional pocket watcher as well. I be watching niggas' pockets. Okay.
PhD in
I be
pocket watching.
I see you pull up. Yeah, I want to know, especially
Right.
like if you work in tech. Yeah, how much you
How much
getting
you
paid,
making?
dog?
What you doing?
Yeah, you
What's
doing
your
six
pay
figures,
stubs at
seven
the end of the
figures?
month?
Yeah. So speaking of that, I had a screenshot of his Twitch revenue in April. Um, he made $321,000. Yeah, 321,000 and bro, now I don't know how to read. $321,054.27. So basically over 320K in
In
April
a
alone,
month.
just off of Twitch revenue alone. Over 300K.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, we gotta get on that streaming, dog.
That's
We
what I'm
gotta get
trying to
on
tell
that.
you. I'm saying Code Noir, we go on the stream, man. Cause what kind of money is? I don't think I've seen that money in my lifetime or my net worth. Hey, let me cut that. I will see that money. Speak it into existence. You heard
Hell
me.
yeah.
We will
Hell
see that
yeah.
money in our lifetime. But damn, no, I did see it. I saw his pocket watching. I saw his revenue streams and how he said to like basically like what the best forms of income and all the different kinds of forms of income that come with streaming, such as like ad revenue, brand sponsorships, because most of the time people think subs are what gets you the most amount of money on Twitch, but it's usually ads, and ads come with
Right.
viewers. So if you have a lot of viewers, more people are watching the ad. More people watching the ad, more money you get from the ad revenue. So
Yep.
there's all that comes with it. But
Yeah, because the revenue I was talking about was yeah, that was his whole Twitch revenue. So that included ads, that included subs, um, and yeah, basically ads and subs
but
alone. So no endorsements really in that figure.
damn,
Um,
because you know they
none of
sponsored
that.
by Bang, so then who knows how
Yeah, I
much money
saw
they're
that.
making off that.
Yeah,
Woo! But
yeah.
y'all heard it here first. Code Noir, stream it on TikTok and Twitch. That's all we have for maybe
Yep.
Kick.
We coming to Twitch.
We'll think about Kick, but
Maybe
most
we'll be on Streamer University by
by
next
next
year.
year, y'all won't know.
Hey.
We'll have 3 seasons out by then, so y'all gonna know about us. We gonna be the duo in that motherfucker. That'd be crazy
Mhm.
though. That'd be crazy though. That'd be crazy. But yeah. You got anything else for the community?
What else? I was gonna talk about Dodge discontinued um the Daytona EV due to low sales. Um I never thought that was a good idea to begin
Does
with.
that Dodge
But-
as a company putting out an EV? Does that not sound stupid?
Yeah.
Like your whole company is big old trucks. I own a Dodge 1500 series, and you're going into EVs. EVs is more of the, now bear with me when I say this, more of the blue-haired content. You know what I'm saying? People more on the left leaning side, or more people who are more who care more about
more
EVs.
progressive and saving energy,
Exactly.
saving the planet.
Most people who
You
drive a
know.
Dodge use diesel, and diesel's not
Right.
the greatest fuel source, but well, at least not for the environment and your wallet. But I'm saying sometimes diesel costs more than premium gas, which is a whole nother story, because why the fuck is there a premium gas and a regular gas? But that has to go into engineering and fuel efficiency and engines, and that's not what this, well, technically that is what this podcast is about, because that is a form of technology. But
Yeah,
that's not what we're talking
but
about
not for today.
today. Exactly. But no, that doesn't surprise me. I don't know why Dodge would I don't know why they would even try. That seems more like a Toyota, Nissan, Honda fucking collaboration that would make money.
Yeah.
If Chevy tried that shit, Chevy did try that shit, and I haven't seen any of them. I haven't seen a single one. Like, I think it's like, I don't remember what the make and model is, but yeah, they tried to make an EV. The shit was ass.
Mhm.
Stick to trucks, nigga. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. I think you gotta, at the end of the day, you gotta stick to the stuff that you're good at.
Know your
I
role.
mean, right, you might want to diversify, or you might want to hop on the trend, or you're trying to like future proof, because you see where maybe the rest of the world is aligning. But you don't necessarily have to, like, you got to think about your core fan base, because at the end of the day, um, you're trying to make sales, and it is your core fan base that will constitute most of your sales. So if
Appealing to
you
consumers.
right, so like us, for example, right, like, we're doing our thing, we're slowly building a community, building a I don't want to say fan base, but just, we're building a community.
Simple.
Yeah, simple community, right? And the people who tune in and interact with the content and the podcast are into tech. So if all of a sudden someday, maybe because of, I don't know, fashion being trendy, or I don't know, some kind of other thing, like if we started making
Music.
fashion content, yeah, or music, like we started rapping on this shit, like, bro, like freestyling, like it's like, yeah, like, what are you doing? Like your core, the core fan base, or the core members of the community are gonna look at it, and they're gonna be like, okay, like, you're losing the plot, like, what are we doing
Like, it's
here?
okay
And
to
you're
do
gonna
that
you're gonna lose
once
them.
in a while, like a special this and that, but you can't just expect to break into that market
Yeah,
and think
yeah.
it's going to be profitable anywhere
Mhm.
near
That-
as close as the people that are like, that's their whole thing. Like,
right,
you
exactly.
should focus on mastering and bettering your craft and keep in your lane, basically. Funny.
Yeah,
car
gotta stick to the
pun, but
script.
Literally, stick to the script, and you'll be alright, bro. Like, what are we doing? Dodge. Can't trust American car companies, bro. They don't know. They always wanna take some. Typical Americans. Just kidding. Kind of. See, now we're back to Christopher Columbus. She did it. She really found a way to just put that bug into our brains, and now
Yep.
everything goes back to Christopher goddamn Columbus.
Oh,
Jesus
boy.
Christ. Oh my god. We had some funny
But yeah.
episodes today. That was great.
Great episode, man. Great way to wrap it up
Really though.
for season 1.
Season 1 coming to an end. All I really want to say is thank you for everybody who's watching. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't think when we first started, I was like, we're gonna get a couple people talk about it and like doing that, but seeing as one of our TikToks blew up online, just seeing the amount of love, the community, like just interacting with everybody, that shit was real nice, man. So I just want to say I appreciate everybody that watches. If you want, we just made a Discord, so we'll probably post that on our social media somewhere. Come in, give us ideas. We'll probably create channels for you guys to talk to each other. Definitely to come talk to us. If you want to be on the pod, if you want to start your own pod, if you want to start your own company, we want to know about it. We want to let other people know about it. We want to give you the scoop. We want to get inside of what it is to be in technology. So that's all I got.
Yeah, I'm just gonna add a little something. Yeah, for sure. Definitely appreciate all the love, all the comments and stuff. It's like when you're doing this stuff, you just got to start somewhere, and you never really know where it's gonna take you. I mean, we're very far from where we expect to be eventually, but like, it's definitely blown up more than we anticipated at this time because we're like only like a few episodes in. So it's been great. Really appreciate you guys. And at the end of the day, we're trying to learn, and that's part of the reason we're doing this stuff. The more we talk about it, engage with um the trends in tech and the happenings and stuff, the more we learn, the more we stay ahead of the curve. And we thought the best way to do that is also, forming a community and being a part of a community and driving those conversations. We bring more people together and we talk about this stuff and build a platform. And, like you said, we're going into streaming. There could be different things that could come out of it as far as like job opportunities or endorsements or conferences or bringing more people on the podcast, bringing more tech CEOs on the podcast. Just it's all love. We just gonna put each other on.
Literally
So
all
yeah.
love.
Yep. It's been great.
It's
Been
been
great. I love
fun.
this shit.
Great season, y'all. We will definitely catch y'all season 2. It's gonna be a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We still gotta get the logistics. We're human. We're moving. I'm saying it's gonna be a little logistical, fixing everything to make sure we're all good and stuff.
Yeah.
But best believe season 2 we're coming back different. Whole different. We're gonna have all new everything. Everything's gonna be great. But we just bear with us. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep in contact with everybody over our social medias. We might post little TikToks here and there about what we're doing. Definitely gonna be streaming in between that time to just stay, interact, do all that stuff. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? We sign it out here. It's been real, and that's a close on season 1.
Yazerski.
We out there, motherfuckers.
Peace.
Peace.